Welcome to another episode of Toya Talks Wrestling. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Bloodline with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Paul Heyman. So, in the beginning of SmackDown, you see Paul Heyman is standing by an SUV where Solo, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa come out of the SUV. Paul Heyman asked, where is Jacob Fatu? Solo didn't really say anything. He just patted Paul Heyman and, kind of just head pointed towards to the ring and stuff like that. So they're going through backstage. They're going through Gorilla. They're going onto the stage. As they're going onto the stage and they're about to go towards the ring, you see a camera shot going towards the back, from the I guess the stage area. So you can still see Solo and them, but you can also see backstage. And here comes another SUV coming in hot, and here comes Randy Orton and Kevin Owens with Cody Rhodes leading the charge to the stage. They get on the stage. They have Solo, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Lola facing off with Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Kevin Owens, and it's on and it's popping. They're at it, man. They are just fighting all over this ring. Cody Rhodes is fighting Solo. I think Tama Tonga is fighting Randy Orton, and Tama Loga is fighting Kevin Owens, and they're like everywhere. They're in the ring side. They're over in the production area. They're over in the crowd. There's like this. It's chaos and this madness. Is like, yes, this is how I like it. I like Cody Rhodes when he's like this. This is my favorite Cody Rhodes. But that being said, it ends up with Kevin Owens doing a swanton bomb off of some production stuff on Tamaloa, and the security comes out, and basically, the Bloodline leaves. The Randy Orton, Cody, and Kevin are all in the ring, and basically are just saying that, they will get them at Money in the Bank because they do have a 6-man tag there, and blah blah blah, and everything else. Ends up with the segment with Cody Rhodes and them. Cody Rhodes and crew ended up going back up stage, and that's it. So then you have another segment where, again, Paul Heyman is asking about where Jacob Fatu is, and Solo Sikoa says that don't worry, he's not there. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the end of SmackDown, where, here they come again, the Bloodline. Well, they were trying to come out the first time. I guess they're coming out again. I don't know. I can't remember why they're coming out. But anyways, Paul Heyman and, they all coming out. And Paul Heyman was like saying, my name is Paul Heyman and blah, blah. And he was about to say something. But then Solo pretty much, asked for the microphone. And Paul Heyman's had like this look of worried and stuff like that. Like, what is he going to say or what's going to happen? Whatever. So Solo takes the mic. Had a look of worried since Roman Reigns has been gone, but so Paul Heyman's like just he don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, Solo Sikoa grabs the microphone and he was like, well, before you get into that, Paul Heyman, whatever you was about to get into, I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. He's like, I have to introduce you guys to somebody, to my enforcer, Jacob Fatu, which Paul Heyman said, not Paul Heyman, but Solo said that he wasn't there. So Solo is a effing liar. But anyways, I digress. He introduced Jacob Fatu as his enforcer. Here comes Jacob Fatu, and let me just say something. Jacob Fatu's theme music and entrance, fucking amazing. Oh my god, it's like has like the fire. And it's like red, like werewolf. He is the like Samoan werewolf, so it's kind of got that werewolf like Bloodline vibe to it and everything else. Like, damn, dude, fucking just amazing. Like, I am so excited to see what Jacob Fatu can do in the ring. I've seen some clips because I was like, I didn't know who he was, so I went to go watch some clips, and I seen some clips, and I seen like he's like got really good shape to be in this hit in WWE. And I'm just like, dude, I'm ready for him to be unleashed for real, for real. But yeah, amazing entrance and amazing music. So then he comes in there and he's in the ring. So they have basically everybody in the ring. Solo, he wants to put on his best Roman Reigns and telling the audience of Madison Square Garden to acknowledge him, and obviously they're booing and saying no and everything else, and Paul Heyman's just like, what are you doing? Like, he's shaking his head like this, like, what the hell, right? He goes, tells Tama Tonga, his right hand man, to acknowledge him. Tama Tonga said something in Samoan, but basically says, I acknowledge you. And he calls up Tongaloa, says, acknowledge me. Tongaloa says, I love you, Solo, and I acknowledge you. Jacob Fatu come up. Jacob Fatu comes up. He's like, Solo, I love you, and I acknowledge you. So then they go. So then Solo turns to Paul Heyman. And then he gets into Paul Heyman's face. Like, basically, they all turn to Paul Heyman. They get in Paul Heyman's face, and he's like, Paul Heyman, you have one thing to do, and that is to acknowledge me as your tribal chief. As they're doing that, they're getting out the lei that is Roman Reigns' lei, because he's tribal chief. A lei is pretty much like a thing they put around your neck. It could be flowers, it could be shells, because I went to Hawaii and I had a lei, but they were all like seashells. I still have it. But yeah, it's all seashells and stuff like that, because it could be a lei, it could be shells, it means certain different things, but they have it. And Paul Heyman's like, where did you get that from? That is Roman's lei or whatever, like, that's Romans and stuff like that. He's like, so it's like, look at me when I'm talking to you, because I need you to acknowledge me as your tribal chief. They give Paul the lei and everything else, and Solo Sikoa is like, bending over to accept the tribal chief lei, I guess. And Paul Heyman was like, Solo, I love you, and I acknowledge that you are not my tribal chief. And Solo had this look on his face like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And Samoan spikes Paul Heyman. And I was just like, oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. And he's Samoan spikes him, and then I thought that was it, but I'm like, no, that can't be it. So then they end up laying Paul Heyman down on the mat, and Jacob Fatu goes up top on the third rope, and I thought he was going to do like a Samoan splash or whatever you want to call it on Paul Heyman, but instead it ends up getting a headbutt, which I don't know if that's any better. Then, to make things even worse, you think, oh, that's it, right? No, there's more. There is more. They go and they roll Paul Heyman outside the ring. They cleared off their announce table, and I'm just like, there is no way. There is no way they're gonna put him through the table. They're not doing that. No, someone's gonna come out, right? Someone has to come out. No one came out. They ended up pretty much triple bombing him onto the table, like the Shield would used to do to other people back in the day. And Solo Sikoa basically was like yelling at Paul Heyman, what, I'm not good enough for you, I'm not good enough for you, and everything else. Jacob Fatu ends up putting the lei on Solo Sikoa. They put up the ones, and that is the end of SmackDown, with the crowd pretty much saying fuck you Solo, but we couldn't hear anything because everything got censored. I mean, sometimes you would be able, I don't think they got all of it because you can hear them say fuck you Solo, but at the end of SmackDown, for me, it was just silent. But I did hear one fuck you Solo, fuck you Solo. Like Solo got so much fucking heat, and I did see someone post like video that they were there. They were like saying fuck you Solo, you fucking trash ass. Like they were pissed off, man. Like damn. But man, what a good segment. What a good segment. So now we have a situation where it's like, well, who's gonna defend Paul Heyman at this point, right? You would think that maybe it could be Roman Reigns, maybe CM Punk. Hell, could be somebody else. We don't know. But yeah, I really like this segment. I really like where it's going. I don't know what this means now. I don't know if they get like a new wise man for the Bloodline or whatever. I don't know. I'm interested. I'm really interested. But yeah, I really enjoyed this segment, and it was just incredible. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. But I guess we'll find out next Friday what happens. And well, me and Tim have Money in the Bank predictions, so we'll be talking about that. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.